In this video, we're going to work on the big robot mech's missile launch sound. As you can see in this gameplay footage, when our hero gets close to the big mech, he attacks us with a barrage of missiles. Now we're using the explosion sound included with the game, but what we still need is the sound of the missile itself. So let's jump over to Pro Tools and get started. Okay, so here I am in Pro Tools, and I've got a really simple session here with just one track. The first thing we're going to do is use the signal generator plugin to generate some white noise to use as the basic element for our sound. So I'm going to set the waveform to white noise and bring the level up a bit. Then I'll select about 5 seconds on my track and click Render in the plugin. And then we can get rid of the plugin window. So I'm going to turn my volume down just a little bit. And I'm going to trim this clip a little bit shorter because I know I want the missile sound to just be a couple seconds long. Then I'll zoom toggle and add a small fade at the beginning and a much longer fade at the end. So that's sounding pretty good as a basic element, but we can definitely use some plugins to make it more interesting. First, I'll add the air frequency shifter to emulate a Doppler effect. And we'll choose a preset to start. An infinite downward spiral should probably work pretty well. Okay, so that's already sounding pretty good. But let's add some delay to give it a little more character. Let's check out the spaced preset. That sounds pretty good. Let's try setting a really short delay time, like 50 milliseconds. And we'll turn up the feedback a bit as well. And then I'll adjust the wet-dry mix to be a bit more dry. Okay, so that sounded pretty good. Let's go ahead and add some low-frequency rumble. First, I'm going to right-click on the track name and select Duplicate. And I'll make a duplicate of this track without the inserts. Then I'll use an Audio Suite pitch shift plugin to drop the lower clip down 2 octaves. And then I'll insert a one-band EQ, set it to a low pass, and bring it down so that we're just getting the bass. And I'll go ahead and insert a limiter on that track to get it as loud as possible without clipping. And now we're ready to bounce this out and try it in the game. Don't forget to create a master fader track and add a dither plugin before you convert the files to 16-bit. And don't forget to name the file with the correct name, which is weapon-mech-missile.01. And it's important to note that this sound is going to be a little bit different each time you play it. So what I would recommend is bouncing out several different copies of it and then choosing the one you like best. Okay, so now we're back in Unity. And I've already replaced the placeholder mech missile sound with the sound I just created in Pro Tools. And we can take a listen to that here. Okay, so let's take a listen to it in the game. So as you can hear, it's a lot more subtle than you might have thought. And when combined with the explosion sound, we've got the complete sound design for the mech missiles. And that wraps up our weapon sounds. Next, we'll take a look at footsteps.